down. If I fuck things up, just tell me now. We're living in a blinded town, and we're running out of time. Feel like a drug when I'm talking to you. Slow trip, trying to play it cool. Nothing to do, let's drive to the ocean. Get high, lay on the beach. White water running down my feet. Make love and repeat. I don't ever want to stay all night to see the sunrise. It's way too soon to be calling me baby, but it feels so right against the moonlight. Deep sea diving head first, don't save me. Is there something I can say to make you wanna stay with me? Is there something I can say to make you wanna stay with me? Make you wanna stay with me. Is there something I can do to show my love for you?
What up? What up? What up? What up? YouTube, we are live. We are live. We are back in the building, and special for real though. Shout outs to you. So check it right. I got a good show for y'all today. We are here on a Friday. I want to thank everybody that's here right now and that will join the show on the replay or even while I'm talking my ish. Shout out to y'all and thank you for being here, because as you can see, we are going to talk about the pastor, none other than Jamal Bryant. Now, here's the thing, right? And I love these topics, and I'm gonna tell you why. I love to call out the foolishness, but beyond the foolishness, especially in the church, and the biggest thing for me is to dissect it, right? So we got to get active today. Do me a favor, y'all. If you just entered the building, hit the like button and let me know you in the chat that you are watching your boy live. And also, where are you watching your boy from? I know some of y'all are working, so y'all might be pocket watching. But shout out to y'all for being here with me on a Friday. So I don't want to hold y'all because we gonna get into this. I got a few different topics that I want to discuss. But right now we're going to start with the main event at the beginning. Shout out to Musical Days 718. Oh, my girl Tisha is in the building. Shout out and salute to you. What up? It's good seeing you here all the time. It's good seeing you here. So check it, right? We're going to get into it. We're going to get active. Let's start with the show. Now, I don't know how y'all feel about this because the internet is completely separated. It's been about a week now, and everybody is talking about it still, right? So I said, you know what? Let me get a piece of the pie too. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Have my show on a Friday where I could go over it with y'all, my people. So let's do it. Let's do it. If you're not subscribed, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. Also, be ready. Meet to Marry is coming out soon to a YouTube screen near you. All right, so let's get active.
Today, the internet went crazy about a dress my wife had on. Now, they didn't say anything about the $4 million that was raised for the United Negro College Fund. They never mentioned that she prayed until heaven came down. But insecure, jealous, petty, small-minded people got in their feelings and set up a false barometer of holiness based off of a dress. The dress was not see-through. The dress was flesh color. I need to set the record straight. I bought the dress. And I like it. I don't care whether you like it or not. She ain't mad to y'all. She mad to me. If you wanted a first lady that looked like Little House on the Prairie and Holly Hobbie, you got the wrong church. I wanted a wife I would rush home to, that I wanted to be excited to see. When we walked in there, I said, shake it fast, watch yourself.
Good God. All right, listen, look, do me a favor, y'all. Let's get active in the comments today because we really got to talk about this, right? We really got to talk about this. I'm going to play the video again, but we're going to break it down. I'm going to play, stop. We got to break this down because I'm going to make myself a little bigger here because this is an important topic, and I'm going to tell you why. Right? There is a thing that we call, and I specifically call it, pandering pastors. Pastors that say things in order to keep their cup overfloweth, right? They know who to talk to and what audience of people to talk to in order to make sure that the well never runs dry. Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? They know exactly how to work on the right people's emotions in order to get what they want. Ha! Y'all don't hear me. They know exactly what to do in order to drive a Bentley. Now, check it. We're going to start this over again. We're going to play stop, like I said, so we can have an honest conversation about this. Let me know how y'all feel in the comment section. And Mel, I really hope you're watching, Mel, because Mel did a show the other day, and boy, do I disagree with her. But either way, that's neither here nor there. I really hope you're in the comment section so we can have a talk about this. And Mel, if you are here and you want the link, let me know. I will bring you up. So let's rewind this and let's start again. JB, shout out to you. Shout out to you. Oh my God. We got Queen Lala in the building. We got my wife in the building, and also Musical Day in the building. And everybody that just joined the show, do me a favor. Hit the like button. Let me know you here. Say what up. Let's get active in the comment section. All right, y'all. So let's go. My wife said he's for the streets. He cheated on his ex-wife with multiple times too. And not only did he cheat, he also has children with some of them. So let's get active.
The other day, the internet went crazy about a dress my wife had on. Now, they didn't say anything about the $4 million that was raised for the United Negro College.
Boom, pause. So he wants to talk about the money that's raised for the $4 million raised for the Negro College Fund. That's a great thing, right? It's not to take lightly because, yeah, a lot of churches is not doing that. A lot of people are not doing that. So fine. Money got raised. But let's talk about your wife's dress too. Two things can be true at the same time. Your wife is listen, we just going to play a little bit more and we're going to talk about
it. They never mentioned that she prayed until heaven came down. But insecure, jealous, petty, small-minded.
So now you insecure, you jealous, and you small-minded because you have an opinion about a woman that's supposed to be the first lady of a church wearing a flesh-colored dress. You see, I don't think the dress is the problem. Too much cleavage, if you ask me, right? For a first lady, especially. But the dress is not the problem. It's the flesh-colored. You see, what happens is when you wear, ladies, you know what you do when you wear something flesh-colored. It's to give an illusion and to draw eyes to you because you know, and I don't believe no woman is that ignorant, unless you are just like oblivious to how men think and how the world reacts, you know that people are looking at you because they're trying to figure out, are you naked under there? It's flesh-colored. Flesh-colored, you key words, right? She's a light-skinned woman with a black sheer cut dress. So naturally, you're going to think, when you first see her, do I see cat? Hold up, what? Everyone's going to stop and look. So you know what you're doing. So for the pastor, which we all know he's a clown, and we're going to call it what it is, right? To even promote this type of behavior is crazy.
People got in their feelings and set up a false barometer of holiness based off of a dress. The dress was not see-through. The dress was flesh color.
How you going to say it's not see-through, but then it's flesh color, right? But we're looking at an actual sheer see-through flesh-colored dress to give that illusion. Yeah, you couldn't physically see anything, but you know what your wife looks like. There's a reason why people are talking about this. It's inappropriate, y'all. It's inappropriate. I don't care how y'all, listen. If you have an opposing point, please let me know in the comment section. But it's inappropriate. If a man were to go to a gala or wherever, right, with some tight pants on where you could see whatever hanging wherever, no diddy, right? You're not going to tell me that wouldn't be an issue for the vast majority of people. But you could say he's fully dressed though, right? One would also say he knows what he's doing too. If he wears something that's tight-fitted, that's showing things that it's inappropriate around a group of people. One would say he's inappropriate. So why can't it be the same when a woman does something? You see, that's the problem. When you have leaders, you see, and this is why men basically hopped out the church. Because men, we understand that a leader is supposed to lead by example. And when men look for wives, we truly look for modest wives. We want wives that's going to be able to control how they carry themselves, their image, what they say, and how they do. Right? And fellas, if I'm lying, let me know. But I know the vast majority of y'all, if y'all was married, you would not want the wife that gets the most attention. You might want to sleep with the woman that gets the most attention. But when it comes to your wife, and this happens every day, and all of y'all know, because everybody can sit down and say that the vast majority of women that are married are usually the roundaway girls. They're usually the girls that don't show it off to the world. They're not trying to be baddies. They're not on the internet twerking. They're not out here doing wild stuff. They're ladies with class. Some of y'all men be tripping. Some of y'all men, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. You know what I'm saying? But one could only tell me that the men that choose women that's like that lacked a lot of masculinity in their household when they grew up. A lot. I'm not saying I had the strongest, figure of a man, but when my father was in my life, he was in my life. You heard? My father was in my life. I'm talking about to the point where he showed me what to look for in a woman. And when I started dating, if he disapproved, he made that known too. He made it known. Because my father had the mindset that if you're going to deal with a woman, you're better off focusing on potentially making that woman your wife. Not just a trophy. And that's what he's talking about right now. So I'm gonna continue and let's talk about that trophy figure, what he's saying right now.
To set the record straight, I bought the dress. And I like it. I don't care whether you like it or not. She ain't married to y'all, she married to me. If you wanted a first lady that looked like Little House on the Prairie, and
so the regular woman looks like the Little House on the Prairie. The regular woman is not good enough. The average woman, no, you need to get yourself. You see, and this is what encourages women to go out there and get BBLs and alter their bodies because of pastors like this. Because of pastors like this. What message is he? This all you hear is a bunch of women in the crowd yelling, by the way. Ain't a single man in there. Because men don't agree with this nonsense. Not no real men. You see, I could not attend a church like that. Because real men don't agree with that. I'm telling you right now. So it's all women you hear making the loudest noise, getting up on their feet, jumping up and down, praising. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? It's just a bunch of women doing that because men are not falling for that. You're not just going to spoon feed me shit and tell me it's cereal. Like, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. I'm sorry. But what message is he telling the young ladies in the church? That if your average body, if you don't dress a certain way, you are the Little House on the Prairie and most men won't want you. That's the message your pastor is, not y'all, because I know y'all ain't with the foolishness. But that's the message that this pastor is telling ladies that how they should look, how they should carry themselves, and how they should be. And if you're not doing that, then you're just average. You're just average. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is my shepherd. He knows what I want. Bernie Mac. Yo, what up, Wall Street? Shout out and salute to you. Good looking for being here, Mike. Guy. All right, let's keep going.
Holly Hoppy, you got the wrong church. I wanted a wife I would rush home to, that I wanted to be excited to see. When we walked in there, I said, shake it fast, watch.
Problematic. I know it's not just me. I know it's not just me because I am not no square. I am not a square. Listen, my wife in my eyes is gorgeous, but I don't parade my wife around like a trophy. I don't do that because she's not a trophy for a specter for the world to look at. She's my wife, the mother of my children. That's it. That's it. She don't belong to y'all. So I don't need to have my wife up there in no flesh colored nothing talking about shake it fast. Watch yourself. You're quoting somebody that's in jail for basically essay on women. You're quoting, right? A man in jail for essaying a woman. You are a pastor of a church. So many inappropriate things happen on this day. But I got more for y'all because that's not it. He went on Tamron Hall, y'all. He went on Tamron Hall. Let's see what the foolishness is happening here. Let's see what she got to say to him.
If you want to know the value of a man, don't look at his house, don't look at his car, look at his wife. And anybody who looks at my wife will think I'm a billionaire. Because
I'm going to stop it right there because that's a problem. Exactly what I just said. All men like this care about is the way women look. They don't really care about the value that a woman holds. And they tell, unfortunately, young men and women this. What happens to the young lady that doesn't have a body or shape like his wife? What happens to her? Because I know his wife had a BBL. So what happens to the young ladies that can't afford a BBL? How do you feel about yourself? Do you feel good that the leader of your church doesn't value you because, hey, if you gotta look at your wife? No, it's way more about your wife's character than how she looks. I'm sorry. He might break that down a little bit, but he's solely focused more on the look than anything. Trust me, because he said it in the last video. But let's keep going.
Because of the richness of her personality, the wealth of her character, and the spans of her beauty.
And the
I
size
look
of
at
her
my,
hips.
children, to know that all of them are thriving and doing well,
Right.
are acutely in tune with their intellect and in their beauty. I am absolutely rich.
Wow. Welcome back. All hour long, we are talking with members of the Tam Fam who dedicated their lives to using their voices to inspire and motivate others. We're here still with Pastors Jamal and Carrie Bryant. And that was a clip from Jamal's super popular and very, very coveted podcast.
It is now.
It is now. People love the words. They
Thank
love
you.
the honesty.
Thank you.
When I asked you to come on the show, the dress moment had not happened yet.
No.
Yes.
I got off the plane from Florida and I felt like, I actually said to myself, what in the world, what is God using my show for
Yeah.
to talk about this dress moment?
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, you attended a beautiful event that I've attended before, the
Yep.
Mayor's Mask Ball.
Yes.
It's a fundraiser gala for HBCUs, and you wore a black lace flesh tone dress. This is the dress.
You hit him in the crowd. Ow!
The internet has not a week later
Yes.
stopped talking about this dress.
Yeah.
So
No,
let me
we
start. I
haven't.
want to unpack it from the beginning. Who picked out the dress?
Oh, she
did.
picked
You
it out.
picked out the dress.
Yes.
But you see, when he was on the stage in front of his congregation, what he said was he bought the dress. I mean, listen, picked out. I don't know. Let's keep going. Maybe I'm tripping.
Because your words have since gone viral about
Yes.
the dress as well.
Yes.
So you pick out the dress.
Yeah.
What was it about the dress? Because it's a statement. And you know you are a pastor and a first lady.
Sure.
When you saw that dress, you said yes to the dress.
Yes.
What was it about the dress?
What's in your
I
mind?
loved the design of the dress. I loved the creativity of the dress. For me personally, I thought that the dress was
Like I said before, I'm not even taking away that it's a nice dress. It's a nice dress. Like, yo, I'm not gonna cap. The dress is nice. The problem is the color. If it was straight black, it would have been and it covered up the cleavage a little bit. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? That to me is a lot as well. As women with substance, you shouldn't put yourself out there for any type of gaze. Your body is your temple. Your temple should be shared with your husband. Had you believed that, pastor, you would know that your wife should not be sported like that. But anyways, let's continue.
fully covered. It's interesting. And
It is fully covered.
Yeah, I felt
Well,
like it was,
the underlay.
yes,
It's a sheer
yeah,
lay.
I felt like it was fully covered. I showed it to my husband.
Were
He
you
loved
in
it.
the dress when he saw it first, or was
No.
it hanging? The dress on the hanger is one thing. You put the dress on, it's another thing. It brings on a new life.
Sure.
She walks out of the room in the dress.
Yes.
Before the event, was the first time you saw her in the dress?
Yes.
What'd you think?
Why do we need to leave? I thought she was drop dead gorgeous, but it doesn't matter what my wife has on. It's always going to be top tier. She is just amazing in everything that she puts on. And I thought it was complimentary and alluring, and I thought it was magisterial in every way. I didn't think it was controversial. I thought it was great.
Did you have even a sliver of doubt before you walked out to go to the event about the dress and,
No,
and
they didn't.
that it might create a stir?
No, I actually thought that the dress was too dark because I typically don't like to wear black. And so my only thinking was, oh, maybe it's too dark. When we were having me be fit for it, the seamstress will tell you the thing that I was most concerned about was making sure that I was covered at the top. And so the only thing really that you could see is my shoulders because I had on gloves. This was sheer. And then, of course, everything else before. So there honestly was nothing in my spirit. And I'm very mindful about what I put on. There was nothing in me that checked me, that alarmed me, that alerted me, that made me feel like anything was wrong.
It's got to be fun. Like, how, if one, okay, let's take away from the share. Your cleavage is out. You didn't think that that was a little bit too much as a pastor's wife? Even if you look past the fact that she's not even thinking about the sheerness of the dress, the body, skin color tone of it, even if you look past all of that, it's a problem, y'all. Whatever happened to the days where, especially elders, our older women, dressed like ladies with class, with substance. They just reamed grace and elegance. Whatever happened to that? I'm not in the business because I got a wife, y'all, and I like, I like my wife to dress a certain way. And my wife knows when she goes out, my mind is she's beautiful, right? But she's never going to go out and disrespect me on what she wears. Could there be moments where a woman might think like, well, it's not that bad? This is where the leadership of a man has to kick in. And you need to be able to say, listen, as my wife, I deem that as inappropriate because you are not for everyone to see in that manner. Just like I'm not for everyone to have in any manner or see in any manner. Even as a husband, you need to move a certain way when you're married. But this way of the world now where anybody could do whatever, wear whatever, say whatever, move however, it don't matter. You could just, no consequences for your actions. It's problematic, y'all. It's problematic. Let's keep going.
The dress I felt was very appropriate for the occasion. We were not at a church event. We were at a black tie gala for which we've gone to every year. We've been a partner with UNCF in Atlanta. And so we were excited to dress up and to go. So there was nothing in me that made me say, I've been reading things where people have said, oh, she knew it would get this reaction. My ego is not that big. I don't dress for people. I dress for myself and for my husband. I am a wife. Yeah. I'm a wife. I'm a daughter. I have a doctorate. I'm a professor.
Something tell me when I look at Tamara. Hold on. Let me rewind that real quick. Something tell me when I look at her face. She don't be believing.
My husband.
Hold on.
I am a wife. Yeah. I'm a wife.
Hold on. Wait, let me see her face. Look at her face.
Would get this reaction. My ego is not that big. I don't dress for people.
Wow.
I dress for myself and for my husband. I am a wife. Yeah. I'm a wife. I'm a daughter.
Look at her face, y'all. She don't believe a damn thing she's saying. She like, girl, you knew exactly what you was doing. I know you trying to hold it down because we got millions of people watching you right now, but you know exactly what you was doing. That's what her eyes is telling me right now.
I have a doctorate. I'm a professor. There are plenty of things that I do. And the challenge is we often want to see a woman be one-dimensional. I am multi-dimensional. I carry multiple titles. Now, what you choose to call me on whatever day is fine for whatever that might be. But I think that there is this idea that a woman can only be one thing. And once I happened to marry a pastor, I happened to fall in love with a man who is a pastor, right? And so with that came the title of First Lady, but there's no
God in me.
Book for that. There is no manual for what that looks like. And I have decided that the title does not define me. I define what the title is.
No, the title should always define you. You see, this is the part where This is why so many men have left the church, because we know better. I'm not saying I left the church, y'all, but anytime I see buffoonery in the church, I'm stepping out. But here's the thing, right? The title, pastor, should mean something. You don't make up the title pastor. You don't do it. Aloha, what's good? Happy new. Yeah. Shout out and salute to you, my sister. You don't make the title. The title makes you. Right? What she's describing right now is how all these people run around here talking about, I'm a CEO. I own a business. Don't run nothing. They don't have no employees. They don't run nothing, but they started some type of, I don't know, selling hair or, dog walking business. And all of a sudden you groundbreak CEO. Chill. The title makes you because it's your business. It's the same thing, right? The same thing. And you can lose people depending on how you run that business. So if you run your business wrong because you think you're bigger than your title, you lose people. Happens to churches all the time. This is why so many churches are going downhill. They can't afford to pay the bills because they're giving false messages to people. You're a first lady of a church. That title means something. That you have to stand up to what it's always been. It's no different than the president, the first lady, the president's wife. She has to move in a certain way. You can't just be like, yo, I'm a first lady. I'll do whatever. I'll be in the clubs, wilding out. I'm outside twerking. We outside. You cannot be no first lady. Just, I made the titles. I do what I want. No, you don't. You see, and this is why you fellas, be very careful who you marry. I should say this even in this case too, where ladies, be careful who you marry because you might run into a man like him. These are enablers, y'all. These are problems. Like when you run business like this, it never lasts. There's no way for it to last. You can't do it. You have to stick. There's a certain decorum as the leader of any industry you have to move with. You cannot do whatever you want. But right now, giving this woman a platform is allowing her to create a new narrative of what women should be, of what men should be. It's almost like, it's like the fight against modesty and the Bible, essentially, right? Because the Bible clearly states how women should carry themselves and how men should carry themselves. There's a clear definition, a clear line of what the Bible says. It's no blurred lines in that. People try to blur these lines. The definitions are there. Hit your Bible. It'll tell you, ladies, modesty is a thing. Look it up. It's clear definitions. You should not be out here dressing like harlots. You shouldn't be out here doing things to entice other people, especially when you're married. But I mean, you ask me, the Bible says it in general. But especially you a damn wife, you like, what are you looking for still? Right? Let's keep going.
It may not look like what people are accustomed to seeing it look like, and that's okay.
No,
it's okay that many people were not fond of the dress. I'm not upset that people don't like it. We all like different things. The challenge for me is, as believers, when we see someone have on something or do something that we are not fond of, how do we navigate that space when God is watching? So do we crucify them? Do we publicly humiliate them? Do they become prostitutes?
Yeah. They got crucified in the Bible. They also was publicly humiliated. They did it all, right? You went to King James Version with harlots. Yes, harlots. Yes. This world is filled with harlots and heathens, by the way. Harlots and heathens. It's wild in these streets, y'all. I feel bad for y'all.
and all of these other things. Right.
And I think
because of
that's
that.
so to that point, you responded on the pulpit because it had turned into this viral media thing. From the mainstream medias like People Magazine to people on TikTok, they were saying things all the way down, and you responded. Let me play it.
Now, they didn't say anything about the $4 million that was raised for the United Negro College Fund, but insecure, jealous, petty, small-minded people got in their feelings and set up a false barometer of holiness based off of a dress. The dress was not see-through. The dress was flesh color. I need to set the record straight. I bought the dress.
That was a lie.
And I like it.
Lies.
I don't care whether you like it or not. She ain't mad to y'all. She mad to me.
It kills me, yo. Cause this is why all you see is a bunch of ladies in these events, attending these shows, all of the foolishness, right? Which is why you will see less and less men are outside now. Men are choosing, honestly, when you talk to a lot of men are really choosing themselves at the end of the day. They're like, yo, listen, I prefer not to even be bothered with relationships, churches. I choose not to be bothered with going out and being in public spaces where I could get shamed, or even just my way of being, my moral standpoints, what I truly believe in could get challenged if I just say, yo, listen, but that's not what the Bible says. But everybody say they want a Christian man, a God-fearing man. How many women say that? But how many of y'all understand what a God-fearing man truly is? God-fearing men don't play these games. Real God-fearing men don't play these games. There's no thin line in between how you move with a real God-fearing man. You do it this way because the Bible says do it, or you do it your way because you want to do it. But then you'll just be by yourself. All right. Let's continue with the video.
You were clearly upset.
Yes.
You took it to the church. You took
Yes.
it to, if you played for the Knicks, you took it to Madison Square Garden.
Yes.
Why did you go to the pulpit?
Because it became in public space. The theologian said that you ought to have a Bible in one hand and a newspaper in another. And so I thought it was prudent for me to address it. But what people are missing is that was 2 minutes of a 40-minute sermon. And that it was not the full crux of what the message was.
And here's the problem, Pastor. If you 2 minutes of a 40-minute sermon, but you talk about something controversial with cameras on you, you are a controversial pastor off of a hot topic that you knew already went viral because of what your wife already wore. So instead of dealing with it with, I guess, between you, your congregation, and your wife, and speaking how you feel, yo, turn them cameras off. No, you decided to make a sermon and add it in it. So when you do that now, you are up for public critique. It is what it is. Like, what are we talking about here? Look at his face. He looks, let me not say it. I don't want to get struck down by the Lord, because I try not to judge people too harshly, right? But look at his face, y'all. He looks like a lot, like, what? Why would y'all even marry this type of man? Look at him. He looks like, I'm just going to say something because it sounds good right now. And I got a voice, but I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Look at him. This y'all pastor? Crazy.
But talked about the disparity and the sanctified misogyny that happens within the church of setting up a standard.
Not the sanctified misogyny. What does that mean? Yo, we're going to have to dig into that. I'm going to need to have a whole show about the sanctified misogyny.
Holiness just on how women dress, but no standard about how men ought to dress.
That's a lie. So one time, let me make okay, I'm big already, right? One time I went to a church, right? And I wasn't dressed right. Now, this is many years ago. I wasn't dressed in church attire, so I didn't have the quote unquote tie, suit, 3-piece. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't out there like that. To be honest with y'all, I was broke. So when you broke, your dress broke, right? So I just wanted to get the word of the Lord. Do you know that I attended the service now? I sat through the whole 2-3 hours or whatever it was. The moment the service was over, I was walking out the door, and one of the deacons pulled me aside. He said, yo, young man, let me talk to you real quick. He said, listen, if you ever come to church like that again, I'm not going to let you in here. I'm not going to let you in here. Meanwhile, I had shorts on, right? I believe I had like a white t-shirt on, because, you know, I'm from New York. So I probably had some Timbs on too. I had a white t-shirt and I had some shorts on. I probably had the beef and broccoli Timbs, right? That dude stopped me at the door and was like, yo, if you come back here next week, I am not going to let you in. Say less, I'm not. I never went back to that church again, right? Because I don't believe church is supposed to be that. But yet and still, to say the church don't put standards on men, they do. If a man comes to church looking bummy, he gets stopped. He gets looked at. He gets the side eye. He gets judged. So what is he talking about? There's only but so much a man could wear. Like he freaking shaped like the Hulk and he walk in there with no shirt on. That's the only other thing he could do. Other than that, he gonna look like a bum, and somebody gonna say something to him. He gonna be dusty. He gonna be whatever. They're gonna call him out. So what is this guy talking about? Y'all listen, this y'all pastor, this y'all leader.
And I put in that I like it, that this is not a uncovered woman.
No.
It's not an unprotected woman. This is a woman whose husband likes it. So why do you care?
Right.
And so I think that people got to get through their own insecurity.
No, and she said, why do you care? I'm talking a lot, y'all. Deal with it. He said, why do y'all care? Because we care because it don't just stop at the church. It continues in the households, right? It continues with our daughters, right? It continues with our sons. Behavior from leaders matter. That's why you're a leader. Where are you leading people to with a BBL and a flesh-colored dress? And where are you leading people to if you're on stage reciting the words of a pastor, of reciting the words of a man that's in jail for SA, talking about, I want my wife to shake it fast? Well, watch yourself. Show me what you working with. Crazy, y'all. Crazy. Where we at? It's the days of the devil.
And their own frailty, that what people presume to be out of place and out of order in their own eyes, you don't have to always type.
Right.
You can just keep scrolling and keep going and say, I don't like
We're
the
gonna
dress.
type.
More with Pastor Jamal and Carrie Bryant.
We gonna type. We gonna type away. Thank you, Tamron Hall. Amazing, 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 amazing. My wife says, let's not forget how influential the Black church is to the Black community. So representation matters. Just keep that in mind, y'all. Representation matters. So how the leaders carry themselves matters. What you say, what you do, how you move, how your wife looks, pastor, what you're on stage talking about, what you're reciting, what you're saying is a standard or not a standard, it matters. Because what you're essentially telling people is to go back in the world and be like this, or you're not good enough, or ladies, if your body don't look like this, most men won't want you. How is that a message that you're going to tell the young ladies in your congregation? If you could minimize the average woman and say, well, y'all can want basic Betty over there, but me, I need BBL Queen. Crazy, y'all. Crazy. Anyways, we got more on this show for y'all. So I got a topic. Basically, this was funny. So some kids, right, it was 2 boys, 2 girls. I don't know if it's true or not. Could be a skit, but either way, it's funny as hell to me. So I wanted to review it with y'all because the comment section was split. But let's get active.
Whoa. Hold up. Wait a second. What's going on? What? Dre Noonan. What?
So let me stop right there and just explain this to y'all real quick. So basically, it says a mother catches her sons bringing 2 girls in her home without permission. 2 girls catch an attitude with mom. So let's continue.
What's going on? Who are they?
I'm Faith. Yeah.
You saw that attitude? Hold on, let's rewind that real quick.
I'm Faith. Yeah.
Her neck almost fell off of her shoulder saying her name. I'm Faith. What's that about?
I mean, I can speak. My name is Hope.
Yeah. Okay. And wait. She just said she can speak, so I'm gonna give her the opportunity. Since she want to come direct towards me, I'm gonna give her the opportunity to tell me why she's here. So why are you here, Hope?
I mean, we just got some food. We was just gonna chill, like it was nothing serious.
Absolutely not. See, here's the thing, right? I'm a very traditional parent, right? I don't know, what type of home you guys was raised in, maybe single parent. I don't know. Nevertheless, right?
Please don't talk about my mom or my home, please. Okay.
You know what? Here nor there. I have rules, right?
I'm a very traditional.
Ask yourself the question, did she lie though? Where's the line?
Human, so I can speak for myself. So
okay,
it was no disrespect though. It was no disrespect.
Okay, and let's keep it cordial. You know, ladies, because again, I don't know you all, right? And that's
hold on. It keeps going.
You just said our name.
Okay, right. But here's the thing: they know my rules, right? And my rules are no females allowed over while I'm not there, and I'm currently at work. And because I've never formally met you all, right? You just gave me a name. I don't know you from whether you are truly Hope, whether you are truly Faith. You could be Keisha and Tamika, right? Coming to steal my purse and my shoes. I don't know.
You can ask them.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you.
Yo, let's go check it, right? Check it. I do believe the boys are wrong too. Don't get it twisted. Her sons are 1,000% wrong. But let's keep.
I apologize how they got introduced. This is no Faith and Hope. Obviously, we just got them some food. We just come over here chilling, my dude, and we chilling. We ain't no like that.
Well, that was nice of you, son, to buy them something to eat because that's the I always tell you all, make sure you treat a female nice, especially if they deserve. And I don't know if they are too much deserving. I don't know them. They came with energy, but nevertheless. But again, you know the rules. Dre, why did you not talk your brother out of bringing them here? Come on.
Yeah.
You know this is him.
Why did you not say, bro, this may not be a good idea? You know how mama is. You know mama don't allow us to have females over when she's not there. Why you didn't speak up?
I mean, I ain't a driver, so.
This is so
He said, I am not a driver. So, yeah, I ain't got nothing to do with this. He drove him here.
Hey, they both wanted us here.
Excuse me, wait. What did you say, Hope? What did you say? I'm sorry. What did you say, Hope?
I'm just saying, like, if my mom was trying to embarrass me in front of like people that I brought, I would be real embarrassed. Like that's lame.
What?
She said lame. How you gonna call the lame? Listen, I don't care if there's clear rules set for my household. I'm gonna embarrass my kids every time. Every time. You don't disrespect me in my house. You don't do things like we're not doing that. Honestly, mama should have just been like, all right, yo, y'all could take the food, Dre and whatever, get in the house right now. And y'all take them little pigtails and go your way. That's what mama should have said, because I do think it's a lot of talking.
Standing with her that we I don't take none of this personal. This is.
Oh, you don't take her serious?
No, I don't take this.
Oh, wait,
personal
I don't take
because
it serious.
No,
she just.
Right?
But anyway,
he definitely takes me serious. And so here's the thing. You said this is embarrassing. No, what's embarrassing is you all pulling up to someone's, mom house, not meeting the mom, and just thinking you're going to walk in.
Yeah, wild, y'all. Yo, listen, I thought that was hilarious because you know how it goes. You know how it goes, especially as kids. I mean, we was all there, right? I think we was all there at some point but the difference is back in the day. Oh, hold on one second, y'all. Hold on. All right, my apologies, y'all. My apologies. I had to check on my wife real quick, make sure she's all right. So, so back in the days, we didn't have cameras. There was no such thing as Ring cameras, nothing. I remember there was a story, right? I have a story. Just story time, y'all. It wasn't nothing crazy. It was me, my brother, and it was like maybe about 2 other guy friends and like about 4 or 5 young ladies, right? We was all in high school, young, and we were all legit friends. Like, it was just girls from the neighborhood. No Ring camera, no nothing. So we in the house, y'all. We was cooking pasta. We was going in. Actually, we was making food, and my brother, right? He was pouring the spaghetti in the sink, and he turned the pot backwards by accident, and the hot water burnt a bat symbol in his chest. But anyways, it was wild, y'all. My mom decided to come home early. I don't know if one of the neighbors snitched. I don't know what happened. My mom decided to come home early. But here's the thing. It wasn't like, yo, just get out the house. My mom pulled out a magic belt. I don't know where this thing came from, and she hit everyone that walked out the door. Everyone that walked out the door got a hit. I don't know where this belt came from, y'all. So, yeah, but it was much different back in the days. Now, you got cameras. So, I don't know, young men. Maybe y'all should have just went and ate the food where you bought the food from. Because to bring it home knowing that mama is watching is wild. It's wild, but I did think this was hilarious, though, and I wanted to review it with y'all. But I ain't going to hold y'all long. I ain't going to hold y'all long today. I wanted to really dig deep into that, past the whole foolishness, and get a little something for y'all. But please do me a favor, y'all. If y'all aren't subscribed, make sure you are subscribed to the show. Stay tuned for Me to Marry. It's looking, honestly, we was working on a release date of this month, but we just started working with a marketing strategist, and his idea was, and I believe it was a great idea, that we should drop the week of Valentine and market it as such. So that's what we're going to do. So please stay tuned for that week of Valentine. The show is pretty much done, ready to air, but we want to make sure we do it right. I apologize for the delay. I know a lot of people are waiting for the show. A lot of people are wondering when, where, how, why, and whatever, and when is this show finally going to drop, right? But, that's just how it goes. So we're all waiting. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. My wife said it's worth the wait, because trust me when I tell y'all, when you see the show, you're going to be like, yo, this is dope. This is really dope. So shout out and salute to y'all. The world is crazy, y'all. Everything that's going on between, in all these states with ICE and all of this foolishness happening. And y'all just be safe out there, please. You know what I'm saying? Watch y'all backs, watch your six, take care of your families, fellas. Protect your families, protect your wife, protect the children, and y'all stay safe. Please, 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 please. Crazy times we living in. But I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here, for real, as usual. And I will see y'all on the next one. Peace. Oh, man, I'm bugging.
something I can say to make you wanna stay with me? Is there something I can say to make you wanna stay with me? Make you wanna stay with me. Is there something I can do to show my love for you?